The Alhambra was originally the house of a Jewish vizier in the mid-11th century, and in the late 13th century it was enlarged into a palace city. The walled city was completely autonomous from Granada, with 23 gates and guard towers. The western end, known as Al-Khazaba, meaning fortress, contained barracks, storerooms, a dungeon, and baths, while the eastern end now contains remains of palaces, mosques, baths, and an industrial zone. The structures were incredibly lavish, including cooled rooms, heated baths, decorated courts, and inscriptions proclaiming the glory of Allah. The baths were extremely important because they were used to gain ritual purity necessary for the Islamic prayers to be performed. The importance of water is manifested everywhere. There are fountains and pools in almost every outdoor space. One of the three main palaces of the Alhambra, the Palace of Lions, contains a garden called the Court of Lions, which is in the form chahar, which means it's divided into quadrants by two perpendicular walkways. In addition, it's encircled by an arcade of arches. The water feature of this area is a fountain, and its bowl is supported by 12 lions, hence the name. The largest room of the Alhambra is the Hall of Ambassadors, and it's where the Sultan sat on a throne and received foreign emissaries. It includes an area in the center of the floor where nobody can walk, or else they'd be walking over the name of God. This is the ceiling of the Hall of Ambassadors. It's a beautiful dome made of colorfully painted pieces of wood, arranged in 7 concentric rings of stars, which represent the 7 heavens of Islamic paradise. The 8th is the center, and it represents the ultimate heaven, which is God. Here we have the Court of Myrtles, whose water feature is a long, spacious pool of water, which through complex engineering's surface is as smooth as a mirror. The court is part of the Comoras Palace, and within the court is a facade that was commissioned in 1370 and is extremely ornate. It contains both geometric and ornamental patterns as well as inscriptions. The Sultan sat on the steps in front of the facade to show his power. Overall, the fortified town in Muslim Spain was extremely important, with centers of administration and power, such as the Sultan's residence. And finally, the use of elements of other cultures makes the design of the Alhambra extremely unique.